Hello and welcome to this presentation from the Internet Business School, which we are going to discuss marketing your business through coronavirus. Now, before I start, this is being recorded during coronavirus, and so we may have interruptions that I wouldn't normally have. So if you hear any children, dogs, coughs, I'm just prepping it. I'm keeping it real. And we need to, there you go, there's a cough. We need to keep it lighthearted and try and look at the ways that we can navigate this crisis and help our businesses to overcome the obstacles that are currently present. So my name is Claire Perry-Louise, and as you'll see, that is not me, the picture. That is Simon Coulson. So Simon Coulson is the founder of the Internet Business School. He founded it in 2007, and he's taught and educated thousands of businesses around the world about how to grow their business online. I myself attended his course in 2013, I think it was, and then after working with him, I've been on and done lots of work with him, and now I do coaching occasionally for him. And he asked me to put together this presentation. So one of the things to be aware of at this time is there's a lot of information out there. A lot of people are going online, probably trying to sell courses and things. So it's important you go to a reputable provider. And as I said, the Internet Business School has been around a long time. It was accredited by the NCP for some of its training a while back. So it does have a reputation of serving and giving results. So just be careful is just my warning. So hopefully you'll find this presentation useful. What we're going to cover is we're going to look at your messaging. This presentation is only going to be short. So you don't need to allocate too much time to it. But we're just going to look at some different aspects. So we're going to look at your messaging, adapting your business, and moving your business online. So one of the first things that you should be doing, and especially if you have an established business and you have already set up a number of social media posts to go out in the future, or you've been working with a social media manager, or you create your content in batches, make sure you are mindful of any pre-planned content that is going out there, which really needs to be mindful of what's going on in the world. And so you don't send out insensitive messages, etc., etc. So have a look at what's going out if you've got pre-planned content, or think about the themes that you were going to share with, and they may or may not be appropriate. So you need to check your messaging. And the other thing is, I think there is a balance at the moment between creating and looking for leads and trying to sell your services, but also understanding that many people are going through probably one of the most difficult times of their lives. And I'll talk about this in a moment, but I think you should lead with value. Give value, try and help people see where they're at, think about what your services are and how you can match that need. So firstly, like I said, check your messaging. Don't keep putting stuff out as if nothing's happened. Keep it real. Talk to your audience. Where are they currently? At home is where they are. Currently, we're on lockdown as this is recorded. So your audience are at home. I didn't mean that. I meant where are they in their head? What do they need immediately? So if you have a product or service around schooling, obviously all the children are at home at the moment, and so there's certain needs around that. So what do they need? If you can deliver online services, or you are already delivering services online, they could be really beneficial to your audience at the moment. So as I was saying, number 3 is give value and start building these relationships. So over the last 7 years, I have really focused around community, and building relationships with your audience. And by that I mean giving value and helping people out as you would do people you personally know and your friendship groups. So if people feel that they're seen and that you're helping them and not just trying to benefit yourself by selling them something, then they are going to trust your advice, come to you for advice, and you don't know, maybe down the line you might get business out of them, but that shouldn't be the primary objective, especially in difficult times like this. At the same time, it's important not to drop into a scarcity mindset and not charge for anything, because people value the things that they are charged for as much as they don't value things that they get given for free. So it's one of those anomalies where often just giving something away for free, you don't pay much attention to it. Whereas if you paid for it, you think that the information is more valuable. So by not offering services, you could be doing your target audience a disservice. So coming back to, say, the school education, there's lots of free resources online now. But as a parent, I know that if I saw a membership site where you had to pay a monthly fee, I'd immediately think that the value on that was higher than the free stuff that I'm receiving. And it's probably just one of those things about being human. We value what we pay for. The point 4 is nurture your community. So by this I mean engage with your customers. Maybe you set up a Facebook group, start having conversations. So a Facebook group, for example, is an online place where you can nurture and create relationships and talk to people, engage with people as if you were doing it in a coffee house or at an event, but it's just an online space. So it's a private space online. There's lots of training around Facebook groups available. I've focused on it for a number of years, and it is an important place to build and nurture your community. So think about maybe having a Facebook group, or you might want to carry on, if you have an email list, sending out emails, talking to your clients and customers, your database, ask questions, see where they're at. That's another way you can do it. Or you might create a podcast, or maybe you have a membership site and so you can nurture your community there and offer them more resources and that kind of thing. So the next section we're going to talk about is adapting your business. So what kind of business do you currently have? So if it's product-based, bricks and mortar, it might be time and give you an opportunity if you've had to close down because you're not an essential service at the moment. You can take this time to educate yourself on social media and online platforms. So, for example, you might want to start incorporating Shopify, Amazon or Etsy into your business so you can sell your products online. Now, because you'll have downtime, this is an ideal opportunity to learn about all of these things that probably you haven't given much time to before. And I know that businesses I've spoken to who have bricks and mortar businesses haven't really focused too much online because they've been busy running every day. So it's an ideal time to do that. If you need some help with that, the Internet Business School has a range of online courses available covering pretty much everything you could possibly need to know. So that's an option. If alternatively you are an in-person business or you are running offline events, think about how you can move it online. So there's plenty of online tools available. So Zoom, for example, is a way to connect with people through video conferencing. You can record the Zooms, you can give coaching online, you can have a chat box, you can have conversations, you can even do things like move people into breakout rooms, which would emulate? That's not the right word. I can't even think of the word. Emulate, that's it. It would emulate an offline experience. So you could say, right, we're going to spend 15 minutes chatting about this and move people into online chat rooms to do so. That's one option. There's a free option with Zoom or a paid option. Skype is obviously something that does the same and has been around for a long time. Probably not as many capabilities as Zoom has necessarily, but that's another option. Another option could be FaceTime, which is just on many of your phones if you've got Apple phones, and then Facebook Messenger. So there's lots of ways to start speaking to your audience and understanding where they're at, and giving them coaching or doing things that before you might have done in person, because quite often you don't actually need to be in person, and it might just revolutionize your business, save on travel, save all the stresses of hours on the road or flying to places. So this could just be a revolution for you. And the third point about adapting your business is keep it simple. So don't necessarily sign up to all the software, try and build out a website, do everything all at once. Just keep it simple. Start a Facebook group, build a community, and just go from there. And basically create what I would call, and which is well known in the marketing industry, as a minimal viable product. So that is the smallest type of product you can do to get to market and test your audience to see what they want at the moment. So don't expend too much money early off. Educate yourself. Take some time to reflect before moving on. So moving your business online, don't jump too quickly. Take some time to reflect and look at your options, because this is all very new at the moment, and time is everyone is just in that kind of panic period at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen, and naturally people are losing their livelihoods and they're just quickly jumping online. Now, if you don't have an established presence online, it does take time to build, and that's what I was saying about educating yourself and doing online courses, because if you can take that time and really understand what's available out there, then you will make a better decision when you go into it. So don't just jump into it without thinking about it. Reflect, look at your options. How can you move your offerings online? And as I've said a few times, test your market, speak to your customers, find out how you can support them now. Thirdly, what can you bring to the market? What does your audience need today? And I said this about the homeschooling, or maybe it's deliveries if you've got a cafe, home deliveries, all those kind of things. But not just in the immediate, because at some point we are going to be free and we are going to be not in lockdown anymore, and coronavirus will subside and we'll get through this. But there is a massive transformation that is taking place in society, in business, and it's about planning for that future. And there you go, I've just highlighted it again. I get ahead of myself. Create a minimal viable product. So test it and see how it's received by people you want to do business with. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. Remember, we are here to help. We are an accredited provider of online training, and we have taught thousands of businesses how to maximise their presence online. So the first thing I would suggest would be good to do, it's free to do, is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And on our channel, we have hours of online trainings and advice just to get you started, just so you can get an insight into the different things you're doing. And we're adding to this every day. So start there. If you want to look at any online courses, you can go to www.internetbusinessschool.co.uk, and Simon has created many courses and he has partnered with many experts over all the different fields to give up-to-date current training. So that's definitely somewhere to go. And if you just want a quick thing to do, you can go onto Amazon. You can buy it on Kindle and download Simon's book Entrepreneur, which tells the story of how he transformed his life from working in corporate to creating his online business, which has generated over £25 million. So that's something positive and inspiring to read if you don't do anything else. So thank you for joining me. My name's Claire Perry-Louise, and do reach out to us at the Internet Business School if you need any support at this time or in the future. Take care, stay safe, and wash your hands.